Hello guys, Mario and Sonic for the win here, back again for another video, and this time it is a figure review on the 1991 Sonic 20th Anniversary Sonic Through Time Classic Sonic the Hedgehog. I really love this figure, and I was trying so hard to get it, but no matter what store I went to, they were all sold out. So finally, a couple days ago, I went, picked it up, and there it was. I also got the 1992 Tails, so that'll be my next review. I'll put a little annotation where Sonic is right now to take you to that. But for now, it is a review on this guy and this guy only. So now we're going to cover the usual topics: boxes, articulation, sculpt, pros and cons, warnings, and where you can get your own. So, okay, now we're going to take a look at Sonic's box. Now, this is one of my favorite boxes on all of the Sonic Through Time figures so far, mainly because of the green hill zone in the background. That makes this box look so much more colorful, and it makes Sonic look so much more fitting. It's actually an in-game screenshot. You can see every single pixel. You can see behind the Motobug and Sonic. But it really makes this figure in its box way more unique. I love the box because of that reason. And there you see 1991, the original Sonic. We have the 20th anniversary logo, classic Sonic logo, Jazwares logo, and on the back, the same old Sonic blip as per always. So this figure looks incredible in box. And now I'm going to take him out of the box and see what he looks like. Okay, so here are Sonic and Motobug out of the packaging, and let me just say, they are way more detailed than I could have anticipated. However, you really need to do a trick with Sonic to get this guy to stand. But we'll talk about the cons later, and right now we're going to go into the sculpt. The sculpt for Classic Sonic is really amazing, especially for a figure of such a small magnitude. This guy is only 3.75 inches, just like the others, and he looks incredible. Probably just as good as the 5-incher, except for the different texture and paint job. But this guy has an amazing sculpt, and I just love the classic look to him. The quills are pretty much the exact same thing as the 5-inch one. Very, very nice quills. Let's see if it'll focus. Now he has those nice little back quills. They look very nice as well. And the stubby little tail, which is even smaller than normal, because it's classic Sonic we're dealing with. Now, one thing I do like that they did with the sculpt is they made his arm not have a joint at the elbow, so that made Sonic's arm look less bulky, like he's been lifting a lot of weights, and I just like that his arms look a lot skinnier, because that's how they were in the classic games. He's got that nice big round belly, which is sculpted out, so it's round. The shoes are just the right size, so everything on this guy is sculpted correctly. The ears are just big enough. The nose is outwards at a perfect angle. The smile's chiseled in, so everything looks good on this guy. Now I'm going to show you a little bit about Motobug. And as you can see, it has that ladybug look. I do believe this is the modern Motobug, so it's not a big deal. I still got a Motobug either way. However, this is supposed to be from 1991, so that is a little bit of a discrepancy. But Motobug's sculpt is very, very nice. It has a lot of detail to it. The wheel does not move, which I had some preconceptions about, but it does not move, so that's a little bit disappointing. So it's actually not as mobile as the name suggests, but it does have a lot of detail, so what it makes up for the lack of movement, it does make up for in detail. So Motobug has a lot of nice features about it, and the detail is the main one there. Now we'll take a look at Classic Sonic's articulation. So first you can move his head 360 degrees, right there. Now his arms move up, down, forward, backwards, again, on both arms. And his legs move forward, move the arm, and backwards. Joint's a little bit stiff, which I do appreciate. So that's very nice. Now he can also twist at the waist, as you can see that little joint there. But mine is very very tight. So there you can see a little bit of twist there. That was a very tight movement, but I did get it to move. And it's pretty much all the articulation there is to this guy. However, I do think his ankles twist. Yes, they do. So everything on this guy, the articulation is even good for such a small figure. And I do like that they left out a knee joint and the elbow joint. That just adds to the detail of this figure. So really like the articulation on this guy. Now I'm going to go into the pros and cons. So for pros, we have awesome sculpt, awesome detail, awesome articulation, awesome accessory with the Motobug, and awesome price, only $7.99 at my Target. So I got Tails and Sonic for 15 bucks basically. So under $20 for the both of them. Awesome pros. Don't think I have to say much about the cons because this will just show you. Oh, wow. That's the problem. He doesn't stand very well. Now the only warnings I have are for all figures you should buy, but just make sure there's no imperfections in paint, limbs aren't broken because that has been known for manufacturing errors on Jazwares' part, and just other little things like that. Now the places in which you can get your own, well, I personally got mine at Target, but you can get them as places such as GameStop, Toys R Us, eBay, Amazon.com. You can just try everything. Just pop in Sonic 20th Anniversary Classic Sonic Figures, and I'm sure you can find something. Thanks for watching this Mario and Sonic For the Win review. If you liked it, subscribe, thumbs up, favorite, and most of all, stay tuned for my next review, which is going to be on the 1992 Classic Tails and Grabber figure. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, guys. See you later.